to another episode of the Dirty Blonde podcast brought to life. My name is Bridget B, and not only am I your host over on the podcast available right now wherever you pod, but I also thought that'd be kind of fun if I brought it to life, meaning that the industry as a whole tends to be very elusive. Not many people know the real story. So I'm bringing it upon myself to share with you guys not only tips and tricks, but also some behind the scenes of what most people think happens, but it doesn't really. And questions to be answered, which happens to be what I'm doing today. So I was on set a couple days ago and I had it unpacked. Usually I get home and it's like you're just so tired, especially from the drive and etc. So I dropped all my bags, I dropped my luggage, and then I got a question on Instagram saying, hey, what do you have in your bag in terms of what do you take? Like, what does a porn star take to work? So ding ding, I'm like, why not show you? So today I'm showing you what's in my porn star bag. Now, the thing to start off with is that usually we get a script depending on the type of movie it is, if it's a feature or if it's some sort of gonzo, which we'll talk about that in another episode. And for the most part, I always have luggage because not all the time do they offer clothing. There's not always a set designer, there's not always a stylist. So sometimes you bring your own lingerie, you bring your own outfit, whatever the character needs for that particular movie, I tend to bring, especially because my dimensions are a little bit exaggerated. So not always can I find something just off the rack that fits me. A lot of times I have to have things specially ordered or specially made. So when that happens, I make sure and bring my own clothing. Now, the other aspect is my kind of just purse, I guess, but this looks like a damn near luggage itself. One of the biggest stories about this particular Louis Vuitton that means so much to me, and I want to definitely be transparent, and I know that there is a lot of usual misconceptions, and it could be true for a lot of people, but it's just not who I am. I value and cherish and am so grateful for the career that I've obtained the last 10 years. I can't begin to express how grateful I am that someone like me who really doesn't belong behind a desk, I don't. If I had to, I will, because that's just a hustler in me. But I love to entertain. I feel my best on stage, in front of a camera. Hosting is just such a passion of mine and something that I'm so grateful that I can be doing on a daily basis. So this Louis Vuitton bag was the first thing I brought with my very first paycheck that I got in the porn industry damn near 10 years ago, and I still have it. Every time I feel like it's like my good luck bag. It's deteriorated. I mean, you can even see the rivets and everything. It's damn near gone. But it means so much to me because when you go from basically eating rice and ketchup, and I had a degree, I went to university for fashion merchandising. I know how to speak 2 languages, and I consider myself a people person, and I consider myself to be just as qualified as anyone else. Just because I might have blonde hair, big boobs, or what have you, I'm not a ditz. I really do care about learning and always being better, so I kept getting fired from all of my jobs just because I was female, and that's just a whole nother story that we'll get into another episode. So not to drag this down. So when I got my very first paycheck, I was so excited because holy shit, I finally am getting paid for something other than sitting behind a desk. I didn't think it was possible. So one of the things I did was treat myself to this bag. Now, this is not anything, it could have been something from Forever 21, but it's just something I wanted and I got it. So I always look at it as some, it's like my little proud moment. So let's dive into what I take with me. This is basically just how I dropped it when I came from set. So sometimes, if not all the time, if not often, I have free time. While you're waiting for one movie to finish, while you're waiting for the makeup artist to finish, you have some downtime and you're just sitting there waiting. I always like to read a book. Reading for me is fundamental. It's something that really lets my mind go and relax, if that makes any sense. And one of them is from Mary Jane. Mary Jane is a company that, as I've been starting to take on CBD and learn more about cannabis so that I can be more well informed, sent me a nice fun care package and I loved it. It was so fun, and the book came with it. So I've been reading it because it's very interesting, and when you talk about a subject, you want to know as much about it as possible. I think Mark Cuban said that. So sex, here it is. I'm learning everything I can about this particular subject. So thanks Mary Jane, because they sent me that a while ago. Another thing is I'm really old school. I write everything down, everything to the last appointment. I have here all my appointments and it goes down throughout the year. And it's kind of a self-motivating one. It's one of those, I actually got it on Amazon, and it's one of those where you can do your vibrations, your affirmations, manifesting. And every day I look at it and I ask myself my intention for the day or my intention for the week. I like to think it might be the cause of my success, or at least one of it. It's from Freedom Mastery. So I think it's pretty popular, but I love it. It keeps me super motivated, and I like to be able to see things. I don't know how people do it off their phone, which leads me to my phone. My phone, this is I think it's an 18 karat gold, if I'm not mistaken, and it was gifted to me by Brazzers, which is a company that I hold so dear to my heart. Brazzers was one of the companies I first started with in the industry, and we're still going strong, and I love them so much. And if you're 18 and over, it's definitely an adult only site, but they're great people to work with, great company. And they gifted me this as part of their pandemic care package. They realized that, well, you guys are going to be shooting a lot from home, so they got me the phone, which was really nice of them. Let's see what else. Makeup bag. We have makeup artists, and we have some of the best makeup artists. I am so fortunate and I am so lucky that part of my job is to wake up, go to set, and get glammed for 2 hours while talking to one of my best friends. They put on our makeup and the hair is done, and that's truly one of the moments when I feel most like Bridget B. It's that switch. It's like a light switch where I go from Humpty Dumpty to, glam, and it really helps with the process of bringing the movies to life. So I bring, usually, depending on the movie, I'll bring exactly what face I need. Only because if the makeup artist can't make it, or if I need a touch-up, or something happens, you just always want to be prepared. The motto for me is always be prepared. So I'll do a separate video for makeup, because the makeup that they do on me is so amazing, but there's some tips and tricks that I've learned for especially letting it stay all day long, because these girls are amazing at their job, and guys. So my makeup will start off in the beginning, and I'm known to have my glam on throughout the whole movie. So, but in case they're not there, I have this as my little touch-up kit, just in case, because you never know. The next thing is my iPad. I love her. These are my favorites because I like to type. I'm not so good with the scrolling with your finger because I just hate how dirty it gets. So I like it with this keyboard. So I'll just, if I'm not reading or if I'm just, you know, chilling, I'll just pop it up and watch a movie or, you know, watch YouTube. Let's see. I have an essentials bag. So in here are my kind of, you know, things that are just don't have a home in the other places. So this little bag carries my press-on nails. Oh yes, tricks of the trade, ladies and gentlemen. Not always, but usually I always have nails done. There's one of those things that as a performer, you always want to be ready for a call. I am always makeup ready in terms of have my hair done, have my tan on. It is exhausting. And one day I have an episode planned for a day in the life of a porn star, and you'll see everything that I go through. But because of the pandemic and because of unfortunate events, you couldn't make it into a nail salon. So as things started opening up, and I was working from home, I needed my nails done. So I just went into Rite Aid drugstore and got myself some press-on nails. No, I have them on now and waiting for them to fall off so I can go to the nail salon and get them done. No shame in my game, but one thing's for damn sure, we'll never miss a day of work, because I don't know about you, but there's something to be said about nice nails. It's just one of those little details that again takes me from frumpy to, you know, Bridget B. Snacks. I have quite the health regimen that I try to follow. Not always the case, but I try. And instead of being on set and possibly eating pizza or something like that, I bring myself some snacks. My favorite snack to have on set is good old plain oatmeal. Put some hot water in it. It fills me up. I tend to be nice and full for the rest of the day until I get home and I can cook. And then, because of my wonderful friends at Elite Center in New Jersey, love them so much. I've been on an HCG diet for the last about 3 weeks, and I have about another week left or so. So everything is 100 calories or less. So one of these packets is 100 calories. So and it says even 100 calorie meal replacement, but let's see, did I find you? But it's chocolate salted caramel, strawberry banana, yummy flavors, good smoothie, in and out. And tricks of the trade here, of course, there is someone cleaning right outside the door. Just don't mind it in the location that I'm at. And it comes with YouTube, doesn't it, guys? Okay, and then there's an eye mask. This eye mask is amazing. I actually got it from first class in, I think it was JetBlue or whatever else I was. But I kept it because it's so soft, and it's the only mask that I've ever tried. I think it was JetBlue when I was in Mint. It lets me go to sleep. I don't know what it is. It has some sort of magical powers, but I love it. So I keep it with me in case I want to take a snooze. And then there is the naughty business, which is right in here. Sometimes you just need some things in your bag for work. So I keep it in there. Hey, for anything like that, just go on to OnlyFans. And then last but not least, the toiletry bag. This is a big one. Hygiene in the industry is huge, if not almost everything. I feel so strongly about good hygiene because obviously it comes with the territory. Usually the director or the company themselves has a nice stock of, you know, paper towels and baby wipes and etc. Whatever you need is there. But you always want to bring your own just because you want to bring your own. And in my toiletry bag, I've curated, it's taken me years to figure out exactly what it is that I need on a particular daily basis, because this doesn't leave the Louis. It stays in there and it always goes with me. So what's in here? Pretty easy. It's usually a travel size because I travel so much and I just want to grab my bag and go. So let's see, I have travel hairspray for my contact lenses, dry shampoo, a razor, deodorant, because you don't want to be stuck. Flossing, always want to make sure and floss. And let's see, toothpaste. And this one is for the feet. I hate dirty feet. It is my biggest pet peeve when you see a movie and the girl's bottom of her foot is just not right. So I always take this with me. When I'm home, I shower like right before I go to set and I put on lots of oil, and then on my feet I'll put on some lotion, and then I'll put on some socks. The socks prevent me from, you know, getting dry and also from getting dirty. And in case my feet step on anything, I can just take it away with this and I'm always in the clear. Perfume, I love good smelling perfume. I am a Tom Ford girl, and this is from a lovely place in Dubai. It was from the Dubai market. It was one of the souks, I think it's souk, at the Barjarab. Loved it there, and they poured this for me and I've been using it ever since. It's so thick, oh, and it smells just like me. I love to have a particular scent. Again, hygiene is very important to me, and I love it when my perfume walks in before I do. So that is a very strong perfume. So yeah, that's it on that. It's basically just all my little toiletries. Took me a very long time to curate it, but finally, I'm never ever without. Let's see, and then hairbrush and earphones. I know you guys, I know there's a lot of the new ones, you know, the pods or whatever they're called, but it's like those things, you know, they just fall off and I lose them all the time. So even though I feel like I'm in high school, like wearing this, because it's like so old school, I think I lost like 3 of them already, and at $200 a pop, I'm good. And let's see, wallet, of course, and passport. Because like I said before, I travel a lot. I am known at a blink of an eye to go somewhere. So if I get called at 9 a.m. and my girlfriend is like, hey, going to Miami, my bags are packed, I'm out. So I always have my passport. Well guys, that is it for me. Between all of the things that I carry in this bag, it is no wonder that this is on the verge of a meltdown and I might need to get myself another bag. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me here today on the Dirty Blonde Pod brought to life. Click on all the links below so you can listen, subscribe, rate, review, all the good things, share the love, let everyone know, and make sure and stick around because there's so much fun stuff coming. I can't wait to share my little blonde life with you. Until next video, see you soon.